Hello everyone. Welcome to my Soap General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The General Hospital recap for Thursday, January 4, 2024, has Sonny throwing a violent outburst and Nina trying to make things right only to be booted out of everyone's lives. Also in this episode, Carly and Drew tore into Nina, Laura called out Esme, and Nick tried to seduce Ava. Additionally, Willow advised Michael to find a new location to sleep, and Cyrus ended up in the hospital. Now let's go a little deeper into the details. Nina Cynthia Watro's apology trip to Carly's Laura Wright residence went as terribly as feared. Today wasn't the day and Carly wasn't in a forgiving mood, all things considered. However, Nina wasn't about to stop until she blurted out the truth. Hearing Nina was the rat, and the reason Drew was in jail, sent Carly off. She tore into Nina like never before. And, more so when she understood Nina was only there because she got caught and not because she was genuinely remorseful. It didn't help Nina's cause that she kept becoming defensive and throwing Carly's sins in her face. Carly told her all about herself and called her everything from manipulative to selfish to a downright bitch. Drew remarked much the same when he came back to the room and heard it all. He got right in Nina's face and gave her a good old-fashioned talking to. Well, more like shouting. All the time, Michael Chad Duell did his best to explain himself to Willow Caitlin McMullen, but she was simply too angry. She wasn't hearing it. How dare he treat her like a child who can't make her own decisions? How dare he lie to her? Aren't they partners? Willow soon realized she and Michael weren't actually partners at all. At least not nice ones. She kept her sickness from him. He hid this Nina catastrophe from her. She went home for the night and ordered Michael to find somewhere else to sleep. No sooner had she said that than he got a call from Drew to go see his mother. As for Sonny, he tried to relax himself during church only to become stirred up when Cyrus Jeff Kober snuck in and took fun in prodding Sonny's buttons. The joke was on Cyrus though when Sonny popped him in the mouth. And again. And a few more times. Then, a bunch more times while begging for Cyrus to fight back. Over at the gallery, Nick Adam Hoos sought to charm Ava Mora West. That didn't turn out well for him. He didn't back off totally though. He switched gears to them teaming up against the evil Esme. Nick even had a plot all mapped out. He told Ava to hold a party and invite the young lady. All she needed to do was get her in the door and he'd do the rest. And don't worry, he's not going to injure Esme. As for the young woman herself, the jig was up when she entered Cafe Sherry and ran smack dab into Laura Ginny Francis and Kevin John Lindstrom. It was ideal timing since Laura was on the phone with Esme's terrified sitter who was searching for her. Esme took a seat and Kevin got her a hot drink. He also picked up her crimson glove off the floor. Oops. Esme made an even bigger oopsie when she confessed she lost the other one, which reinforced Laura's instant suspicions. Laura called Esme out on being at Windermere. Esme admitted that sure she was. But she just broke into the castle in an attempt to get her memories back, which she claimed didn't work. And she also claimed she raced off when she heard Laura because she was afraid. Laura was more than understanding. However, she shook up Esme when she demanded she turn herself in. Don't worry though, Laura was going to go with her. What a relief. Esme departed to go home, and Laura and Kevin got a call from the hospital. They rushed there to discover a beat-up Cyrus on a ventilator. He was unconscious. As for his attacker, Sonny was home being fretted over by Ava. She barely had time to convince him to clean himself up before Nina knocked at the door. She tried to tell her to go, but she insisted on chatting to Sonny. Big error. All Sonny was willing to do, and did, was slam the door in her face. Over at the hospital, Portia Brooke Care was happy to find Curtis Donald Turner in her office. He wasn't about to ring in the new year without his wife. And he had donuts from Eckert's. Yay. After delving into the snacks, they got into how they felt about his imminent treatment. Curtis inquired if Portia would be angry if it didn't work. What if he never got to walk again? Portia assured him she loved him no matter what. He swept her off her feet regularly. Their touch of romance was interrupted when she had to tend to Cyrus. Meanwhile, in the dorm, Joss Courtney Folk and Dex Evenhofer no sooner got through the door than had to deal with Adam. Spoilers for January 5, 2024 involve characters grieving over their friend as others struggle for what they believe. Get ready for another emotional episode you won't want to miss. It's been evident for a long that Sam Kelly Monaco and Drew Cameron Matheson need to discuss each other on what's best for Scout. After Drew got out of prison, he chose to make the unilateral decision to send Scout to an exclusive private school. Similarly, Sam just made her own unilateral decision when she told Scout that she doesn't need to go to that school if she doesn't want to go. So this enormous parental dispute that's been brewing? It bursts when Sam and Drew finally articulate their views and feelings on the topic. Drew's post-prison personality makeover probably won't help. These days, he has a one-track mind that won't even listen to Carly's Laura Wright, who teases upcoming scenes hear concerns on the topic. Whose parental perspective will prevail? Whatever influences Sam is also sure to have an effect on Dante. Apparently, the detective finds himself in a predicament. As a result, there are a variety of choices for what this could be about. First, having Sam's back in this debate with Drew might put him in the heart of the drama. Second, the dilemma could have something to do with his dad and the whole Nina blowup. Third, maybe there's a whole new PCP-related issue that suddenly causes pandemonium. Regarding the Nina blowup, she's currently, and not surprisingly, on the outs with a number of people, but thankfully, not everyone in town. It appears like she has the complete support of Sasha, who encourages Nina to have faith. Feels like she should listen to the face of deception. Clearly, she knows what it's like to implode her life and then dig herself out of the deep, dark hole she created for herself. More and more of Bobby's pals are grieving the death of their companion. Look for Felicia and Anna to turn to each other to recall a woman they knew for almost 40 years. Bobby's impact on Felicia's life is especially painful as the death of Bobby's daughter ensured Felicia's daughter, Maxie, lived. Tony and Bobby's gut-wrenching decision allowed BJ's heart to be given to a sick Maxie. So it's no surprise that Maxie's having to cope with Bobby's death. The two did share a particular bond over the years. Interestingly, watch for a supportive Cody to be the one to bring comfort to Maxie during her moment of need. In case you missed it, every Sunday, Soap Hub's very own in-house critic provides his sharp and passionate judgment about the General Hospital week that was. If you missed their recent review, click here, get caught up, and then offer your opinion to the comments section. These General Hospital spoilers promise daring do, reminiscences, and so much more. This will be a week you won't want to miss. Sonny seeks out his former wife, Carly, in what is likely to be an emotional scene. He knows what her mother meant to her. Later, following the memorial service for Bobby Spencer, Carly finds herself charged with closing off her mother's unfinished business in Amsterdam, which proves to be easier said than done. Luckily, Miss Spencer finds herself joined on her journey by Felicia Scorpio, Princess of Escapades. Back at home, Felicia's daughter Maxie and a reporter meet down with Bobby's nearest and dearest to share their thoughts of the late, much-lamented lady and General Hospital star. In other Port Charles headlines, Jocelyn brings Michael to task, Stella and Marshall argue, Curtis encourages Trina, and Laura follows Esmond to the Port Charles Police Department. Also, look for Diane and Robert to have a significant dispute, and Dex is forced to show off his heroic side. Meanwhile, just as Tracy finds Scott and Lucy's scheme and shares her knowledge with Brooklyn, the partners in con find themselves enjoying a charged moment. Finally, Spencer finds himself receiving a surprise visitor. Might it be former girlfriend Esmond on the scene to tell that her memories have returned, or, at the very least, that she might be facing major penalties for breaking into Windermere? Or how about his estranged father Nicholas? So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.